nothing to lose. Far away, ricochet. You take your aim. Far away.
I don't wanna know if you're playing me, keep it on the low. 'Cause my heart can't take it anymore. And if you're creeping, please don't let it show. Oh baby, I don't wanna know.
You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am
I need something you prove, something stronger than I'm used to. Yeah, I've been pulling 92 hard and feel like nothing's gonna cut it. That's the hard truth. When I told her, I said, yeah, yeah. Shorty got time, said come and get me. Yeah, yeah. I got so caught up, got you told me. Yeah, yeah. Hurry my girls, best to hold me. Yeah, yeah. Next thing I knew. Yeah, I need something you prove. Oh, I need something you prove. Next thing I do. Yeah, I need something you prove. Oh, I need something you prove. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah.
Ella le gusta la gasolina, dame más gasolina. Canta la gasolina, dame más gasolina. Ella le gusta la gasolina, dame más gasolina. Canta la gasolina, dame más gasolina. All I need is your love tonight. All I need is your love tonight.
I get this feeling. I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you
I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, it's like work, living, should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor, need work some black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a birth to snatch. Cops give a damn about a need, bro. Pull a trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Get it back to the kids, to the hell, kids. One less up your mouth on the welfare.
I'm damned if I do give a damn what people say. No deal, nothing I need in this shit they want from me. I just wanna say, not loving
What you know about us? I got what you need. Looking for the story, get what you want. You get what you please. We about to get it on. Take off the drawers. It's just you and me. You know what I be doing. I'm about to go broad. Cause I like what I see.
California, no sound for it. California, no sound for it. In the city of LA, in the city of blue lights, in the city of Compton, they keep it rocking, they keep it rocking.
I feel bonita.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
But baby, you hardly even know when I try to show you. Song is meant to keep you doing what you're supposed to. Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep. Make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now.
That girl is a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know of me. Young bull living like an old keys. Quick release the cash, watch it fall slowly.
Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep. Make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now.
Smoke in the air, binge drink.
Look.
Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. So what do you say to somebody you hate? What? Or anyone trying to bring trouble your way? One of his all things gonna blood your way? Just study your tape of NWA. One day I was walking by with a Walkman on when I caught a guy, gave me an awkward eye. Strangled him off in the parking lot with his cork and eye.
You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you kiss, then I will tell. You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you kiss, then I will tell.
I took the walk to Poland. I took the walk to Poland.
We'll be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back.
College educated, she graduated. Any bill she can't front, her parents paid it. The show was far, you the only one with a car, your girlfriends. But being that she's a big fan, of course she made it. Most girls wanna hide the fact of the thrill they chasing, but you just wanna get drunk tonight and fuck someone famous. So I just name a time and a place, and you're game for it. Value player, hotel room, meet you there.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. So darling, darling,
Baby girl, you know what I want. Let me do it to you, do it to you. Let me do you like Baby girl, you know what I want. Let me do it to you, do it to you. Let me do you like
so darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
No more, Mr. Night Sky. No more, Mr. Clean. No more, Mr. Night Sky. They say he's sick, he's a sick.
Do you still want me? Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on.
Baby, if you want me, you've got to show me love. Words are so easy to say. You've got to show me love.
Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on my body. You still make my heart beat fast. Ferrari with
me in the wave, but in the morning I need you to hold on. Maybe the place so far away. Although I should be the one to say we all make mistakes. Take me and hold on. Tell me it's safe. 'Cause I know it feels to be I can buy myself flowers, write my name in sand, talk to myself for hours, say things you don't understand. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Oh, I can take myself dancing, and I can hold my head. Yeah, I can love me better than you can.
Y'all already know who I am. My name's Topher.
Cause I'm a monster.
I know you're tired of loving with nobody to love. Nobody. Just grab somebody. Don't live in this party with nobody to love. Nobody.
And I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill where the landslide brought down. Well, I've been afraid of changing 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes older, children get older, and I'm getting older too.
Then somebody said to me, nigga, why you babysitting on me? 2 or 3 shots, I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch. First you get a swimming pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. Pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. I wave a few bottles, then I watch them all fly. All the girls wanna play, they watch. I got a swimming pool full of liquor and they dive in it. Pool full of liquor, I'ma dive in it. I love her mom, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. And it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. Yeah. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Yeah. We just wanna see it.
Shake that.
chains to break, holding you. Were you born to resist or be abused? Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you?
Can we find love again? Is this time? Yeah. Tell me how many more tears will dry till you hit me with can we talk and try love again?
I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she tryna bless me like I said I
When I
do.
met you in the summer, to my heartbeat sound, we fell in love as the leaves turn brown. And we could be together, baby, as long as skies are blue. You act so innocent now, but you lied so soon. When I met you in the summer, when I met you in the summer,
And it became personal with me.
You ready? Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was rented? Flexing on these niggas, I'm like Papa on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my T-Rose. Hey, the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type can the main captain, grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new bitch, she'll ride like my ghost. I'm riding around my city with my hands strapped on my toes. Cause these niggas want me dead, and I gotta make it back home.
I got way too much time to be this hurt. Somebody help, it's getting worse. What do you do with a broken heart? Once the love fades, everything starts.
She wants to touch me, no. She wants to love me, no. She'll never leave me,
don't trust her, never trust her, won't trust her, won't trust me.
Shush, girl, shut your lips, do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. I said, shush, girl, shut your lips, do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. I said,
There she goes again, racing through my brain, and I just can't contain. All I know is 10:35, and I can feel your arms around me, that I'm drowning. All I know is 10:35, and I'm thinking, God, you found me, that you found me. You got me slipping, stumbling, tripping, stumbling, clumsy 'cause I'm falling in love. You got me slipping, stumbling, sinking, stumbling, clumsy 'cause I'm falling in love.
Can't help it, no, can't help it. Can't help it, no, can't help it. Can't help it, no, can't help it. Can't help it, no, can't help it.
Stop to worry, stop to worry,
You believe me if I said I'm in love, baby. One
Oh no, 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 don't funk with my heart. I wonder if I take you home, would you still be in love, baby? In love, baby. I wonder if I take you home, would you still be in love, baby? In love, baby. How deep is your love? Is it like the ocean? What devotion are you? How deep is your love? Till I Nirvana, hit me harder again. How deep is your love? Oh no, 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 don't funk with my heart. Oh no, 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 don't funk with my heart. How deep is your love? Oh no, 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 don't funk with my heart. How deep is your love? Oh no, 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 don't funk with my heart.
I never fuck Nikki cause she got a man, but when that's over then I'm first in line. And the other day in her Maybach, I thought goddamn this is the perfect time. We had just come from that video, you know LA traffic had the city slow. She was sitting down on that big butt, but I was still staring at the titties though. Yeah, low key and maybe high key, I been peaked that you like me, you know. Who the fuck you really wanna be with besides me? I mean, it doesn't take much for us to do this shit quietly. I mean, you say I'm obsessed with dick women and I agree.
I would never fall in love again until I found her. I said I would never fall unless it's you I fall into. I was lost within the darkness, but then I found her. I found you.
Hold your breath, darling, swim to shore. I'll tread the water in that heart of yours. And when it storms, we'll sail right through the waves. I love you more than yesterday.
Nothing that if I tell everyone how I made this money, that it's going to affect me in any sort of way. AMD, if we get a quick little pop above $12, I'm thinking about maybe a quick little short over on AMD. Finger on the trigger to lock in profits when it starts moving back on up. Here we go. Nice job. Let's take it. $979 in profit. Look at this spike, baby. Taking some gains right off the top right here. 124,000.
You just gotta know what you're doing.
200
Every single person can be successful.
dollars in profit.
There's no reason for you not to become a full-time
Now
day
we're
trader.
currently up $2,100. Let's just keep it going even more. I want every single person. Now we're up $2,500. Now we're going up to $117.40.
It's not like it's a competition. It's if I tell you how I was able to do this,
$100
go out, make that money, make a killer, and let's all absolutely crush it together.
Let's go, baby! Let's see this thing keep unfolding even farther here. We're up $1,100 within the first 5 minutes of the day. I'm feeling absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, do I look extra white? I feel like I look a little white today. I don't know if it's the light or what's going on here. But ladies and gentlemen, we're back regardless. Getting ready to see what's going to be coming on up on this day. Getting ready to see where this momentum's going to take us. Everyone, let's get ready to dive right on in. Brand new day of trading. Brand new day of action. Energy's through the roof today, traders. And that's just because we're about to work the number one day job in the world. The number one day job, the number one night job, the number one job in the world. It doesn't matter where you are. Traders, let's get ready to take on these markets. So I don't care if you guys got to take, again, 9 caps, a cappuccino, throw in a little bit of black face paint. It's game time. Let's dive right in on this day. Let's see what we have. And of course, let's see how much money we're going to be able to make on this day. So pumped, so excited, and ready to go. Traders, there is going to be a lot of fun action today. That's all I just want everyone to be aware of. There's going to be a lot of fun action. There's going to be a lot of fun activity today. And I'm so pumped to be here with every single one of you guys. You guys over on YouTube, you guys over on Tradecaster. Let's break down this day. Make sure every single person knows exactly what to be doing. Hey, I get trades. I'm feeling it, buddy. I'm feeling good. Woo! So let me bring over our morning newsletter at this time. And of course, get ready to rock and roll here. People always ask, they say, Dek, how do you always have so much energy? And the thing is, we're about to work a job where you get to decide your own salary. We get to work a job where the harder we work, the more money we make. How would I not come in firing every single morning? How would I not come in excited every single day? We want to do as much as we possibly can to be able to come out on top. So let's talk about our market briefing. Get everyone on the same page here. So what we have is market briefing, snoozing and losing. Make that 3 straight losing days to the Dow and S&P 500. Granted, the declines on Wednesday were tiny, but stocks are stuck in a little rut after the big November rally. The Nasdaq also slid a little bit on Wednesday. Investors are picking over the latest jobs data, which has indicated some cooling off in the economy and lifted hopes that the Federal Reserve may cut its benchmark rate hike last year. On Wednesday, private payroll data came in lower than expected. Thursday brings weekly jobless claims, and Friday the market will be locked in on the November non-farm payroll report. So traders, at this time, the number one thing I want you guys to remember is that we are having, at this moment, a 3-day losing streak on the SPY. Now, let's not kind of get too concerned here. The S&P 500 had one of its best months ever in November. We were able to spike over 9% in November alone. So that was absolutely insane. Number 2, oil is starting to slip on down. Stocks aren't the only assets sliding as of late. West Texas immediate crude oil fell 4% on Wednesday to $70 a barrel, the lowest it's been since June. All right. So traders, let's kind of talk today about today a little bit more. All right, today is following a losing session for the major averages that can be taken as a signal of the late 2023 rally starting to fizzle out. The Dow and the S&P 500 posted a 3-day losing streak, sliding 0.2 and 0.4% respectively. The Nasdaq Composite also dropped about 0.6%. Wednesday marked the first 3-day negative streak for both the Dow and the S&P 500 since October. Still, the 3 major indexes remain poised to finish the fourth quarter and calendar year higher, underscoring the strength of the rally seen earlier. I think you're still going to see some choppiness in terms of leadership, said Lori Cavasani from CNBC. One of the reasons why it has been so difficult for the growth of trade to relinquish in the leadership is that expectations of economic growth are still sluggish. Now, this is like one of the number one things that traders are a little bit fearful of. As we head into 2024, are we going to have that delayed effect? A lot of times, guys, we have like whatever happens now is like a result 6 months from now. You know what I mean? A lot of times when we raise rates or we hold rates or we pause rates, if we do that now, we usually get the result a couple months down the road. So a lot of times in the stock market, you don't see instant reactions. You see a reaction, we see one thing happen, and then 3 months from now, 6 months from now, we actually get the result from it. So a lot of people are worried that, hey, we've been raising rates, we've been holding rates now at this area. We still haven't felt the full effects until 2024. That's just an opinion. Some people may say, no, Dek, the stock market's going to go sky high once we start cutting rates. Some people may say, I don't know about that. I think things are going to start dropping. Obviously, that's where we have to do our research, and that's where we need to figure these things on out. I have seen a report, though, and I want to try to find it because I don't want to just be making this up, is that every single time we have ever cut rates, we have led to the market falling into correction territory. So I want to find this because I don't want to just be making things up. But if you guys have that picture of that post, every single time that we have cut rates, the market has fallen at least 10%. Now that kind of goes against what we're kind of taught, isn't it? Usually when we cut rates, things are going to become less expensive. When we cut rates, we can go ahead and afford more, and that should stimulate the economy. But I was doing some research the other night, and I saw that every single time we cut rates, the market fell at least 10% for at least a 2 to 3 month period before bouncing back on up. So I'm going to try to find that, of course, but I do want to throw that out there. Maybe something that we want to be aware of. Now, also, let's remember, though, we aren't really planning on cutting rates. I already told you guys this. I think Jerome Powell is kind of full of it. I think the Federal Reserve is kind of full of it. When we take a look at the Federal Reserve story, traders, I've said the story a bajillion times. But back when the pandemic hit, the Federal Reserve says we're lowering interest rates to like nothing, to zero, right? Remember that? We basically gave everyone free money and we just lowered interest rates to nothing. Then what happened? He said, all right, guys, everyone have fun. but we have to raise interest rates 3 times next year of 0.25%. It wasn't 3 times, it was 7 times. And it wasn't 0.25%, it was 0.75%. And he said, yeah, guys, in 2023, don't worry, we don't got to raise any more rates. And we did raise more rates. Again, another 3 times in 2023. As of now, they are saying that they are going to cut rates 2 times in 2024. In October, they said it was going to be 4 times, but then they said, we're going to do 2 times. I really don't think we're going to be cutting rates in 2024. I know that sounds crazy. I know they said we were going to do it 4 times. Then they said we're going to do it 2 times. I would honestly expect that we are going to cut rates maybe 1 time in 2024. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards at this time. So let's talk about the S&P 500 a little bit more. Let's go ahead and let's see where this momentum is going to be taking us today. Yes, guys, I apologize for anyone. I am in the process of getting a brand new mic. So just a little heads on up, guys. I will have a brand new mic tomorrow. This is unfortunately the loudest that this mic is going to go. I can turn it up louder, but then again, my voice starts cracking a little bit. I will try to turn it up a little bit louder. I just want to give you guys some clear audio. And again, if you guys are on your end, turn up your volume if you guys can. But let me try to turn up the mic here slightly to try to get it a little bit louder without kind of peaking out. So I can put it up to here, and I'm not. Again, it's something I'm gonna figure it out. Don't worry, guys. But over the last like 3 days, 4 days, my mic volume just has not gone as loud as it was before. So is this not good now? All right. So guys, I'll put it right here. I'll try to talk as close to the mic as I can. So, but yes, I am in the process of getting a brand new mic so that you guys are all set. All right, so traders, let's see what we had here. Let's see what we're focusing on. Let's see what we're looking at. Let's see where this momentum is going to take us. So when we take a look over on the SPY today, look at the SPY. We did just have 3 days of dropping. So 3 days of finishing the day lower than where we closed at. Because when we take a look at the SPY, it's like, Deck, there's green candle, green candle, green candle, 1 red candle. But each day we have finished a little bit lower than where we previously closed at. So that's why we're technically 3 days in the red. Yesterday was only the true, really good red day. We are still just moving sideways over on the S&P 500. As of now, the S&P 500 is still moving sideways and is looking for that break where up to towards that brand new 52-week high. Traders, haven't we seen this? You know, if we take a look over on the SPY, let me give you guys an example here, okay? Take a look at the SPY. The SPY is having a lot of trouble at the price of 460. Now, I'm going to get rid of all these indicators so that it just makes our life extremely simple. What happens? What happens when the SPY comes up to the price of 460? We could see 460. We could see about a, $50 drop. Now we have 460. And traders are expecting another very nice drop. So where else can we see that? Well, we could take a look over on NVDA. NVDA is pretty interesting because take a look. Every time we come up to 500, we see the same thing. We come up to 500, we saw a drop back down to 457. We come up to 500, we saw a drop back down to 410. We come up to 500, we saw a drop back down to 457 here. So the thing is, NVDA comes up to its resistance line, we get a strong pullback. So let's see what else we have here. Let's take a look over on Netflix. Take a look over on Netflix. Netflix here, ladies and gentlemen, we have our strong resistance line at the price around 480. Notice we come up to 480, or I think it's like 485. Let's just go 485. Come up to 485. Look what happens. We get a big, strong pullback. Come back on up towards around 485. Guess what happens? We get a very big, strong pullback. So traders, what we're seeing on the S&P 500, we could see a lot more in the near future. I'm giving you examples on what we have seen in the past and what we could see coming on up here. So when I take a look at Netflix and I could see that this play right here, 485 starting to drop. And when I take a look over on the S&P 500 and I could see we come on up towards around 460 and we're starting to drop, I could see that we do have these strong resistance lines. There is room to be able to fall. There is room to be able to fade here. So yes, part of me is saying, Deck, you definitely want to still be on puts, even with the market moving on up like this, even with the market getting this volume, even with the market getting this attention here. You know, I still think that the put side could be very solid for us. And the reason why is because there's so much opportunity to drop. There's so much opportunity to fade just by looking at some past chart history. So traders, how high can we get up to today? I'm going to say that we are going to have some very strong resistance, probably right up towards around that 456.75 mark. Can anyone see why? Well, traders, if we take a look at the past, notice we hit 456.80, falls back down, 456.75 falls back on down. Here's a quick little 456.95 falls back on down. Here's a little bit of a break, falls back on down. Here's a little top, falls back on down. Here's a little top, falls back on down. I would not be shocked if we hit this line. Let me turn this into red right here, and we start falling back on down right around that 456.80-ish mark. I am interested and looking for possibly these plays to get quick little pops and then pullbacks right back on down. Almost like same exact thing if NVDA wanted to go on a little bit of a pop. A little bit of a pop up towards around that 459-ish mark, fall back on down. So if you ask me right now at this moment, what do I think is going to happen at the start of the day? I'm going to say that I believe that NVDA is going to try to get a little bit more hype towards the upside. I think NVDA or the S&P 500 is going to try to start with a quick little spike and then does have more room to fall, does have more room to be able to fade, does have more room to be able to, you know, start getting weaker and weaker and weaker and start dropping and dropping and dropping. So let's continue to keep our eyes peeled over on NVDA. Let's, watch this one. And this is probably going to be one of my favorite plays, kind of kicking some things on off. But other than that, though, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over some of the hot top gainers on the day. There's two hot top gainers that I want you guys to watch. We do have MLGO and we do have SVFD. These are the two hottest penny stock plays at this moment. So let's go ahead, take a look at these penny stock plays and see what we have. First thing that we have right here is SVFD. What in the world is going on with this play to make it gap up 100% at this moment, less than 1 million in float? Now remember, guys, the float are the shares offered to the public. When you have a very low supply of something and a high demand, that is where we see very big rips and runs and spikes and climbs. So when I take a look over on SVFD, it says Safe Foods targeting U.S. carbon credit market with majority ownership in newly formed nitrous liquid. Like, this is not that crazy of a press release. Safe Foods continue to yield good results with solution. So it's basically just saying it's having good results. Like, is this the biggest press release in the world? To be honest with you, the answer is no. There's no insane, positive drug trials here. Nothing wild. When I take a look over on SVFD, this play has gone on a 100% spike, and this play is also getting rejected right next to its 200-day moving average. Its 200-day moving average, this is going to be very tough to break above. This is going to be very tough to be able to hold above. So it must get above the price of 450 to even be in play to us. If it can't get above 450, shorters are going to take it over right away and lead to a very big drop and lead to a very big sell-off. So SVFD, not anything that we, are in love with. I would say if you guys are interested on this play, look for a potential short if it can't get above 450. So remember, guys, we love shorting. We love betting against these plays to see if they're going to be able to hold their gains on up. Let's go and let's just see ZFFD or SVFD. I feel like I'm going to have trouble with this one today. When we go over it, there are shares available to short. Remember, this is all sponsored by Lightspeed, all these shorts. So you guys can go ahead and check these on out over on Lightspeed. They do have amazing shorts, which means you can bet against all of these plays and you can make money as the stocks fall. So SVFD, this one getting a little bit weaker at this time, definitely has opportunity to become a very nice short today. The other play that was a little bit better was MLGO. Now, anyone that was not here yesterday, MLGO went on a 250% spike. MLGO went from $2, spiked all the way up towards $19 last night. Then we actually spiked all the way back up to $19 this morning. And the same exact thing. You guys can trade in pre-market. You guys can start trading at 4 a.m. in the morning, for those who do not know. So you could be able to get this monster spike. You could be able to short it right back on down. The last 3 days, not today. I have not done it today. But the last 3 days, I have traded in pre-market, and I've started off my day up over $500 from trading in pre-market. When these hot press releases come out, we see very fast moves. When these hot press releases come on out, we see very big spikes. When these hot press releases come on out, we want to be ready for them. Right? So as I say, one of the best things we can do is just change it and see all the best, ratings. So we can see 4-star rating announces phase 3 trials. Okay, meets primary endpoints. We can scroll on down. We can see, TREX was awarded 3 prestigious accolades. We can scroll on down. COGT right here has new programs working on cancer, demonstrating positivity. We could keep on going through some of these right here. What's this one? ABVC announces completion of subjective treatment. So, we always want to be going through these. HMRY, Harmony Bioscience, announces positive top-line data. So HRMY, I feel like I'm having a little dyslexia today. Maybe it's because, and you guys can hear it already, I am fighting off a little bit of a cold. I apologize, guys. I'm fighting off a little bit of a cold here. So I apologize if I sound a little different today. But these are all some amazing press releases I want to keep my eyes peeled on. HRMY doesn't have any sort of volume towards it. Kind of weird. It did come out with positive phase 2 trials reaching its endpoints, but no actual volume is going through this play at this moment. So a little bit odd, a little bit weird, and I really do like this play. I do think there's a lot of potential over on the stock. So want to make sure that we're staying alert, want to make sure that we're all set, ready to go here, and want to look for where is that big mover. I am watching MLGO at the start of the day. I'm watching SVFD at the start of the day. And you guys better believe I'm still watching EYPT. EYPT, ladies and gentlemen, is my back burner play today. EYPT, this is a play that came out on Monday with positive phase 2 trials. The stock went absolutely bananas. EYPT went all the way from $10, shot all the way back up to $34, and for the past about 3-4 days now, it's just been moving sideways. If EYPT could ever get above, I would say $20 or 60, this region, I think this thing could fly and spike and take on off. EYPT, back burner play today. Everyone stay alert. Everyone stay ready to rock and roll. So really, game time today. MLGO, a lot of people are going to be looking for a spike up to $15 and then a short right back on down. SFVD, most people are going to short this play. If it gets back above the price of $4.50, buyers are going to try to lead towards a short squeeze. Other than that, the SPY right now, SPY is still trying to move itself on up. I am watching for a quick little NVDA spike and then a pullback and then go from there. And we also do have some previous top gainers of yesterday, such as SERA, which unfortunately kind of gave back all of its gains. But I always like to be aware of yesterday's top gainers. I always like to be aware of last week's top gainers in case one of them starts spiking again. But I think I'm going to start off my day by watching, NVDA, watching some penny stocks, see if, which ones, where these are going to go, and then I'll see if anything gets halted. Basically just kind of go with the flow of some things right now. There's nothing I'm pulling the trigger on right at the start of the day. There's nothing that I'm going to be hopping in on right at the start right here. I think the best thing for me to do at this moment is really sit back, stay smart, and don't put myself in any sort of nasty position that I'm only going to regret. So, traders, let's see where this momentum is going to take us. Let's see where this action is going to take us, and let's get this whole entire thing set on up on this day so we are all ready to rock. 927 in the market. Woo! It's going to be one beautiful day, traders. That's all I could say. It is going to be an absolutely beautiful day. So much volume, so much action, and I'm really pumped to be able to crush it today. So let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. If you guys are watching over on YouTube right now, make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up. I always want to bring you guys the highest quality content, the highest quality ever. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up right now so that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll on this day. Woo! It's going to be a big one. I want everyone coming out here firing. I want everyone out here excited. I want everyone ready to go on this day because there is just so much potential, so much opportunity on this day all around. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful, traders. Bringing up again my scanners here. Always like to just type everything out. NVDA if I want to get involved in it. December 8th. What am I looking for over on NVDA? Quick little spike up to 459 pullback. So I'd be going put side, put myself in the money, 460. Probably doing 12 contracts at a time. Market order, be all set. Always want to be prepared. So many people, again, don't type out orders before the day starts. And it's like, what are you doing? Have everything prepared. Last thing you want to do is feel lost. Last thing you want to do is be jumping around and saying, oh man, I don't know which way the market's going to go. Right? Use your head. Just say to yourself, all right, hey, let's be smart. Let's use our head. Let's make sure that we're all prepared and dialed in on this day. So nothing that I'm in on at this time. Nothing that I'm in on at this time. Sitting back, staying smart. Market goes live here, team, in 30 seconds. And let's see what we get. Let's see what we get in the next 30 seconds here. Let's see where this volume is going to be heading. Also, as I stated, guys, I am going to be having a brand new microphone tomorrow. So I'm really pumped about that, to have that brand new mic, have everything set on up, and get you guys a little bit more volume up in here. I've been using this one for like the past 4 years. Maybe it's just slowly dying. Hello, hello, hello. Here we go, traders. Let's see what we got. On this day, we are live. All right, we are live at this moment here, ladies and gentlemen. Looking to see if we're going to get any sort of quick rips, runs, pops, all that good stuff that we always love. We are watching MLGO as well. See if MLGO can go on any sort of spikes. Watching the breakout scanner, which is right behind me. See if that's going to get any sort of big rips and pops here. SVFD trying to come on up to the 200-day moving average. Remember, the 200-day moving average is this red line at the price of 450. So at the price of 450 is the 200-day moving average. That's not going to be easy to break, little heads up. And let's just get everyone dialed in on this day. S&P 500 still trying to move itself on up here a little bit. S&P 500 going for a little bit of a break of resistance. All right, I like it, S&P. S&P 500 going for a little bit of that move. Right now, again, there's nothing that's jumping off the board to me right now. I'm just kind of sitting back, staying smart. We do have a little EYPT action. As I said, I do like EYPT. If EYPT could ever break through, I would probably say 2075. I think EYPT could go bananas. That is, again, one of my go-to watches today. Did come out a positive phase 2 data. It's a back burner play. So back burner play in case some things start getting exciting. Nothing halted yet. That means there's no kind of crazy big spikes just yet. Meta with a nice little pop right off the rip here. So Meta with a nice little pop right off the rip. NVDA, I want to see if that's going to try to get a pop on up towards around that 460-ish mark. S&P 500, little doji star right at the top right now. We'll see how well that's going to be able to hold on up. Right now, traders, we all just sitting back, staying smart. No reason to put ourselves in a play that's not going to be good for us. So everyone, use your head at this time. No forcing. No forcing. We got NVDA starting to climb on up a little bit higher. Like to see how high can this thing really get up towards. Somewhere in the 459s. Start looking for some put contracts most likely. So we got NVDA finally starting to push up a little bit, which I do like. Seeing NVDA get a little bit of that hype and a little bit of this action. Might get involved on a possible NVDA play here rather soon. See if the SPY 457.22 high of the day. 459.25. Look at NVDA, guys. Go on a nice little rip and run. NVDA at this time still going on this big squeeze. I'm going to start with a little put contract here. Going to start with a small put contract. And slowly scale my way in as we come up to 460 resistance. I just want to see how well this is going to be able to hold on up. So I am just going to do a little bit of a 12 contracts right here. and see how well this could be able to hold itself on up, if it's going to be able to hold itself on up. We do have some strong resistance. We have a very nice pop right at the start here. 12 contracts at this moment, seeing if it's going to be able to hold on up. With the SPY again going underneath 457, I do know there could and definitely will be some sort of weakness. High of the day so far, 459.70. Let's see how much higher this thing can go up to. Right now I only have 12 contracts, so I'm not going, that big at this time. I'm just kind of waiting and watching to see how high can this really get up to, with again 12 contracts, and then kind of scale my way in as it goes. We just had a beautiful $3 rip so far. Want to see if it's going to be able to keep on going a little bit more on up. So I want to add probably above the 460s, up towards like 461ish, probably right up towards around that area, and then look for some pullbacks as we keep on going. So I'm just kind of slowly going to scale in on this play as I see fit. Right now, 460.37. Here we go. I'm going to add a little bit right here. So NVDA, guys, adding a little bit right here. And I'm just trying to slowly scale into my position, as I said. So far, we have a beautiful spike. I am in on 24 contracts total. And if you're saying, Deck, where's stop loss on this play so it doesn't get kind of too out of hand? Let me, again, just make sure that we're all set. I'm probably going to do one more entry on this play. One more entry over on this stock. Now, a little heads on up, guys. I am trading with about $190,000 right now. So if anyone's saying, oh, Deck, you're in the red, I'm trading with about 190 grand. So we do have a lot of opportunity to be able to come out on top. So this is, again, when we have a $1,900 loss, it's really not as big as you think, because I am, putting in some good contracts here. So NVDA, still watching this one. I still think it's going to go up a little bit higher. Kind of, looking to see, what would be that best overall area. Right now, again, I am down $1,500, just trying to get this kind of like morning spike. So we do have this very nice morning spike at this time. I slowly scaled in. I did 2 contracts so far. If the 2 contracts pay out nicely, I'll just keep it. If we do keep on going a little bit higher, then that's absolutely fine as well. So right now, traders, I feel absolutely fine with my order. And I am just watching to see if this is going to be able to pull on back. Deck, how high can this get up towards? I would say we're going to see a lot of, resistance, kind of top area would be up towards around that 464-ish mark. If we do, again, keep on spiking up higher and higher and higher, it would be that 464-ish mark. Let me, again, just kind of take a little bit of a step back. There's a 464 bounce, 464, 464. Yeah, 464 kind of might be the perfect area. If we do get up there, I want to add a ton up near 464 if we get up there to that mark. So right now I am in on this play. We do have the SPY at this time, still holding its gains. SPY right now still doing its thing nicely. So SPY still doing its thing. Deck, how high can the SPY get up to? Probably 457.35. That would be like its head and shoulders pattern. So basically what you could see is you could see a lot of different like head and shoulders patterns. You have a shoulder right here, you have a head here, and then you would have a shoulder right here, which would lead towards a sell-off. Same exact thing with NVDA. You have a shoulder over here, you have your head up here, and you might get a little bit higher before you get the sell-off. I would rather have, again, a couple smaller orders in and all set ready to go, just in case we start falling back underneath 460. If we start going underneath 460, hey, I'll be in the green, I'll be in the profit area, and I'll be all set ready to go. If this one does spike on up, I can always add more if I want to. So right now, traders, you guys can basically see what I'm thinking and what I'm doing. Also, little heads on up, SVFD traders is trying to get some rip in here. So SVFD trying to get a little bit of ripping and trying to get a little bit of running. That is above the 200-day moving average. As long as SVFD holds above the 200-day moving average, it is going to be taken seriously. So SVFD above the 200-day moving average right here, traders. That is a play that I want every single person to be aware of, because that one could squeeze and try to spike its way back on up. NVDA, guys, just came on down towards around 460 there for a second. Ooh, almost got a little bit of that crack. Guys, SVFD, or excuse me, NVDA, trying to get a little bit of that pullback, and we'll see if, we are going to get that drop back on down towards underneath the 460 mark. 460 seems like it's holding up as a little bit of support at this moment. Oh, man, we almost had that 460 crack. Could have had a lot of room to be able to fade all the way back on down towards like 458, all the way back on down towards, even lower. That could have been very, very solid. But you can see how fast these plays move, which is really awesome and really fun, seeing how fast these plays move. Look at the SPY right now. SPY still trying to get a little bit of action. SPY at this moment still trying to get a little bit of hype, still trying to get a little bit of action. So SPY trying to, again, still build. SPY right here, right at the high of the day area. And SVFD is currently halted right now, traders. So SVFD is currently halted. That play, as we talked about, it's getting taken serious right now. A lot of traders are still watching that move. A lot of players are still watching that stock. A lot of traders are still watching this play right here. So keep your eyes peeled over on SVFD. Man, that one is halted at this time. Let me see, where's some of the plays I want to watch. EYPT. EYPT, we're still keeping that on our back burner. SVFD, CYN. All right, traders, so we have, again, a lot of good volume over on SVFD, and obviously we are still watching NVDA to, if it goes all the way up towards what price? Again, 464 would be kind of like where we want to load up on this thing. So NVDA still trying to, build up here a little bit. I want to see that 464-ish mark, and I want to see it move quicker, obviously. We've had a great spike. Want to look for that reversal, see if that thing's going to drop and fade. Obviously, again, when will this drop and fade? Especially when the SPY starts getting a little bit weaker here. Now, to be able to combat theta and be able to help your theta on out, what is going to be very good is, of course, being able to add more contracts on your plays. So let's say, again, the S&P 500 goes back underneath 457 and starts falling. That could definitely show that NVDA is not going to hold up its gains, and you could be able to look to add onto your contracts right here if you guys are interested on. As you guys can see, we are getting some more weakness on this play. So we are starting to get some more weakness. I am going to actually look to add right here, do 36 contracts total, and see if this, to be able to kind of start a little bit more fresh here, get rid of a little bit more time decay, see if we can get that drop now, because, I want to see if we can get that fade. Deck, what would be worst case scenario? Like, what would make you get out of this play? If we start building consistent higher lows. So if we crack 460, we're going to be able to come out on top, very nicely. If we can crack 460, we could see a fade all the way back down to like the open. We could see all the way back on down to the start here. So that's, NVDA starting to get a little bit of a dump right now. That's a good sign. Notice we are now not building higher lows. We are building lower highs. We are starting to get this weakness back on down, and we're starting to put ourselves up into the profit now. So we're finally starting to put ourselves up inside the little bit of the profit area. We definitely wanted this to be able to continue to fade, go back on down towards the VWAP, maybe crack all the way back on down towards 458, and of course, go from there. So right here, traders, NVDA, I am watching this one closely. I still like the idea. The only thing, as I said, I don't like is if it holds 460. Holding 460, not a good thing for us. We want to basically get away from 460. So get away from 460 is the goal. Now we want this right here to hold up as our resistance line. Notice the old uptrend where we were bouncing off before. We want this now to hold up as new resistance to fall back down underneath 460. What's going to help NVDA fall, guys? What would help NVDA fall is if the S&P 500 cracks underneath 457. Watch the top level too. The top level too. If we go underneath 457, and I would say go down to like 456.80, we're going to see NVDA get a big time fade as well. So if, again, the S&P 500 falls on down towards like 456.80, 456.75, we're going to see NVDA get a nice sell-off. But as of now, we still have the SPY still holding. So that means NVDA is most likely still going to hold. So we still have NVDA holding at this moment, and we still have the S&P 500 trying to hold at this time. We basically want to see the S&P 500 kind of arch its way on down. And what I mean by arch its way on down is we're essentially looking for this, guys. Just like an arch above, we have this setup. Spike, 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 consolidate, 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 arch its way back on down, get weakness, and start falling apart. Right now, if we're reading this right, we do have like this period. This is like this period right here where we want to be able to find the start of that arch on down and be able to make all of this profit as it falls on down. That's going to be the goal. So the SPY, we are starting to get that little bit of the arch. As long as we stay underneath 457, that's where we're going to start getting paid very nicely. And then we could take the same exact idea over on NVDA right here for NVDA to get that dump all the way back on down and be able to get up like $2,000, $3,000 or so. So when we take a look over on this, we do have the S&P 500 still getting weaker. We do have NVDA now starting to fall and fade. And let's see if NVDA can be able to get that nice crack for us now. So NVDA traders, we are looking to see, can we be able to crack and fall back underneath that VWAP? If we can crack and fall underneath that VWAP, that's a huge sign for us because that is now showing that we are going to the bearish side of this candle. So NVDA started off with a great spike, now starting to get that weakness, and can we go underneath 459? So traders, we're up $1,800 on this day, $1,750 at this moment. So absolutely beautiful, almost up $2,000 at this time right here, traders. 2,000 bucks, starting to still hold the VWAP. Starting to still hold the VWAP right here, traders. I don't like how it's holding the VWAP. Obviously, the VWAP's a tough little booger right there. Guys, I'll be honest. I don't like how it's still holding the VWAP right now. I want to see that thing crack underneath the VWAP. And the SPY, dang it. I knew that I was going to take some profits right there as well. We're still, again, absolutely fine. But I just don't like how it holds the VWAP right there. You guys know what I mean? I was actually going to start taking some gains right there. But as long as the SPY stays underneath 457, that's obviously very important. You guys can see what I'm looking for. The SPY is still getting rejected nicely. So that's good news, guys. Actually, could be very nice. The SPY right now getting rejected at 457. If we can crack, look at this, guys. SPY might crack. That's actually going to help out NVDA a ton if the SPY cracks here. If the SPY cracks down towards like 456.70, we're going to see NVDA go back on down towards that VWAP area. But we still need that SPY to crack here. Come on, SPY. SPY, 456.70s, 456.60s. I love it. So 456.70s, 456.60s. I'm absolutely in love. I'm feeling great. I'm absolutely loving every moment of it. Here, oh, we got a 79 touch. Let's kind of fall underneath this. Let's fall underneath this here for a second. 456. You know, the SPY getting a little bit of that arch. We're definitely starting to arch here. We're starting to get a little bit of that arch. The SPY definitely building slightly lower highs. We just want that one random kill candle, right, guys? We want that one random kill candle here that's just going to say it's done. You know, little reversal, little drop back on down. So that's what we're looking for. The kill candle over on like NVDA to go underneath the VWAP. We do have, of course, you know, a beautiful drop so far. We have this beautiful little fade here. We just want that kill candle to kind of, you know, end this whole entire thing on off. So let's get that kill candle. Let's, you know, fall underneath the VWAP, put ourselves up, you know, $3,000. What do you guys think? $3,000, $4,000 for a nice profit? That's kind of the goal here. So we do have a little bit of this bearish downtrend at this moment. Nice little wedge setup. Let's see, guys. SPY starting to hit some lows here. I like it. SPY starting to hit some lows. All right, we got to see NVDA underneath here, though. NVDA, I don't like the NVDA inside the little bit of a wedge. Here's the wedge pattern. Can we get this pattern here? Can we get this setup here, please? Come on. Let's get that squeeze now. Let's get that dump now. Give us that kill candle. Give us that kill candle here. We want the NVDA kill candle. Kill candle would be, again, right in the corner of the wedge and the drop. Now, I have to throw this out here because I have to, you know, throw out a disclaimer. There could be a chance that this kill candle could be green and we actually see this thing squeeze on up. There is a chance that that could happen. So obviously pointing down, obviously coming down to the VWAP, there is a lot of momentum towards the downside. That's beautiful. But there is always that chance that you break this line and all of a sudden you're spiking all the way back up to 463, which actually, you know, stinks. But that does happen. I have seen that happen. So please just be aware that this is not a guarantee, but we are on the right track as of now. S&P 500 traders coming on down towards its VWAP. S&P 500. Come on. Let's get a little bit of a fade here, S&P. Guys, S&P starting to drop. S&P cracked the VWAP. If the S&P 500 cracks the VWAP, we can start sitting pretty good. NVDA back at the VWAP here. NVDA, come on, crack it here, NVDA. NVDA cracks this. We are going to be sitting really nice. If you want to take profits now, take your profits now. I know, again, time decay and theta may have taken away some of the big gains that you guys want, but right here, traders, we do have the VWAP still trying to hold up its gains, and man, that VWAP is holding strong. Right here, bounce play. Right here, bounce play. Right here, again, you guys can see what we're looking for. S&P 500, we're looking for a crack of this VWAP. Guys, S&P 500 starting to go. S&P 500 starting to go. I know I'm still in the red right now, but that should change quickly here with the entire market getting pulled back. We should be able to see NVDA be able to crack here soon. So NVDA getting a crack right here because the SPY getting a nice little drop on down. I love this. I love this. I love this here. Let's see if the SPY can kind of run off with a little bit more of a dump at this time. Theta is hurting the contracts, basically not allowing them to produce as fast as I would like them to. That's kind of the thing that's hurting this play right now. NVDA needs to crack here in the next few moments or I'm out. If we don't crack here in the next few moments, guys, I am going to get out. Deck, why in the world would you get out? Because I don't want this one popping back up if the SPY pops back above 456.75. SPY gets back above 456.75. That's going to lead to NVDA really, again, popping all the way back on up and breaking this line. We have to see NVDA get the kill candle here. Deck, how much would we get paid? It should fall on down to sub 458 if we do get the kill candle. Sub 458 if we get the kill candle. Needs to go underneath the low 459s here. So low 459s. Let's see if we can get it here, traders. Crack 459. We could get the kill candle to sell this thing on off. Let's see if it happens here. Everyone knows what I'm looking for. Everyone understands. Here comes the one red candle. Can we crack 459 and go? Can we crack 459 and go here, guys? Crack 459 for us, NVDA. 459 starting to get touched right here. 459 right on the money here. 459 trying to hold its gains. Trying to hold its gains right here. See if this one is going to get weaker. Come on, 459. We got to see this thing dump. We got to see 459 let go. If it keeps on holding, you want to get out of this play. I just want to have my finger on the trigger in case it does hold. But right here, traders, we're looking good as of now. Let's see it dump. Let's see it dump. Let's see it dump, guys. We're up 2,000. Let's see it dump. Stay underneath 459. Stay underneath 459 and you guys are good. Stay underneath 459 and you guys are good. Right now, we're up $1,700. 459 still touching a little bit. I don't want to see this thing back above 459. I'm getting out. All right, guys, I'm getting out right here. I don't trust it if it's still going to hold. All right. All right, guys. $719 in profit. $719 in profit right here. We have the right idea. Time decay is taking over a little bit. Time decay is taking over a little bit at this moment. I don't like how 459 is slightly holding, but we still could see a big crack here in a moment. Okay, I don't want to go back above that VWAP. I don't like going above that VWAP. If you go back above the orange line, you will squeeze here. I'll take profits when I have them. We'll be all set, ready to go. Good job, everyone, at this time. Everyone make some money there. Everyone make some cash there. Everyone make a little bit of profit. Time decay kind of hurt my trade a little bit. Guys, look at this. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, NVDA. Look at NVDA right now, traders. Oh, baby. Look at NVDA. NVDA. Oh, baby. So, guys, NVDA, look at that sell-off. Look at that drop right there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work all around. So if you guys are in on this trade still, let's go. For everyone that's still in on this trade right now, let's go, baby. For everyone that's still making some money right now, let's go, baby. So beautiful job. Look at that bear flag pattern that set itself on off. So bear flag pattern right here. This play at this moment, you know, beautiful little drop. That's what we love to see. And look at it, guys. We're going all the way on down right here. Might see a little pop back on up, but it does seem like there's a lot of weakness if you guys want to jump in. Look at NVDA, team. NVDA, you know, you might want to run with a little bit more of this weakness here. And it's a little bit risky to jump in near this bottom. It is because you do have these pre-market lows or pre-market highs that are going to hold up as support. But you guys could see, take profits right now or take 90% of your gains. You can always jump back in, guys. If you guys just nailed this big bear flag drop right here, you guys can always jump back in if you guys want to. But the thing is, take your profits right now in case we bounce off pre-market highs. Sound good? Everyone taking profits right now? Take your profits. No one's going to be mad at me for you making $1,000. Oh, Deck, I made 1,000. It kept going lower. I could have made 2,000. Shut up. Okay? Quiet. Be happy with the profit you're making right now. So there is that bounce play I talked about. Look at this, guys. There's that big bounce play. There's that big move. So NVDA at this time, this play here, traders. There's that bounce off that pre-market high. And this is why, traders, I always say this. Again, I don't want to call people out. I don't want to be this guy right now. But I don't understand it. And I was on Twitter last night. And I saw a guy who, again, posted that he made like $100,000. And all the comments because I wanted to read the comments of what people were saying, was, hey, I paid $200 and you never alerted this. Hey, I paid $200 a month in your Discord. I never saw you post anything like this. If you are not having trades live in front of you, what in the world are you paying for? It's like I see it everywhere. I see these people again, just all these people saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, because they post $1 million gains. And it's like, do it live. Oh, no. Why? Because it's not real money. If anyone does not trade live, it's paper trading. If they say they make $100,000 and you say, okay, can you do it live? No, I can't. Okay, it's not real then. So stop paying $200, $300, $500 a month just to sit in a Discord and wait for someone to post profits. It literally is, to me, the dumbest thing in the world. That's why, again, we make sure that every single trader here on Tradecaster does it live. If you can't do it live, you can't be on Tradecaster. That's the way it works. So for anyone that wants to stream on Tradecaster, you have to do it live. If you don't do it live, you can't stream on Tradecaster. So right now, NVDA here, traders, watching this play. Still waiting for this move here. NVDA still watching this. Guys, could we get another little bear flag potentially? Could we get another little wedge pattern? Starting to get a little drop here. Could we get another little wedge? So NVDA here, traders. We are watching this, staying alert, staying ready. NVDA, this one's inside this tiny little channel. If it breaks the purple line, get ready for calls. Underneath the blue line, I think it's going to get a quick little dump. SPY right now. SPY's on a nice little downtrend still. Guys, SPY's on a nice little downtrend. Still, again, getting some weakness. So SPY, nice little downtrend here. I kind of want to give it a little bit of time. What's SVFD doing? Woo! Guys, SVFD. Let me ask the chat room right now. We should all have the same number, okay? On the count of 3, I want everyone posting how high they think SVFD is going to go up to. On the count of 3. Oh, hold on a second. We just had a huge spike and a little bit of a drop here. Let's say if SVFD keeps on going. If SVFD keeps on going, what would be the price target that the majority of people are going to sell at? You guys ready? 3, 2, 1. What is the answer? 875. 875, traders. 875. That is where every single person should be looking to, again, lock up their SVFD. 875 is always that natural resistance line that we see strong pullbacks. 875 is the target over on that play. If you break 875, you usually run all the way up to $10. So 875, absolutely. So right now, team staying smart, making sure we're using our head at this time. Now, I also will say, if anyone is sitting here saying, Dek, you didn't really have that great risk reward on that trade. Anyone saying that? Anyone over on YouTube thinking that? I was down 2,000 and then I made 719. So was there good risk and reward? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like being down 2,000. I'm happy I came out in the green. But at the same time, I just want to kind of, no one even brought that up. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. But being down 2,000, I definitely want to make at least 2,000. But I just saw that, I don't know. I was a little bit nervous. So I just wanted to take profits when I had them. And yes, traders, did anyone see my tweet last night or anything? If you guys have seen my tweet, I am going to be having a upcoming, for anyone that's interested in live streaming, anyone interested on becoming a live streamer here over on Tradecaster.com, we are going to be allowing some brand new live streamers. So I'm going to be hosting a Zoom call Wednesday the 13th, which is next Wednesday, for anyone who's interested in becoming a full-time stock streamer. I'll be happy to go over payments, ideas, answer your questions, so everything along those lines. So if you guys are saying, hey, Dek, I want to be able to stream on Tradecaster as, again, a full-time job, things along those lines, I definitely want to let you know. Awesome. Wednesday, we will go over everything. Now, just a little heads up for everyone, just so that they're all set. It's not like you show up on Wednesday and I say, okay, I'm going to give you $75,000 a year. No, that's not how it works, guys. You are going to be basically paid based off how many views you are getting. So it takes work. It's work. It's work. It's a lot. You have to go the extra mile. If you want to become a full-time live streamer here on Tradecaster, we are going to have be setting that on up. So if anyone's interested on wanting to become a streamer, if anyone's interested on wanting to be able to be part of this Tradecaster team, we are going to be all set, ready to go on Wednesday. We're going to be having a meeting for anyone that's interested on that, and I'll send you guys more details coming on up here very soon. So make sure that you guys are all set if that's something that floats your boat here, baby. Really excited about that. NVDA traders, NVDA getting a little bit, might want to switch over to a possible call contract. I think we're going to get a lower shadow. I think we're going to get a crack. Looks like it's going to break out, lower shadow, then pop back up to the VWAP. So just be ready for that for a quick little scout play. 12 contracts, kind of like my happy number. I'm going to go to call contracts. I'm going to go with where are we at here? 457.50, I think would be good call contracts. See if we can kind of consolidate, then get a nice pop and move on up. ALT, a little bit of a rip and run. I like it. Shout out to you, AK. So we do have ALT trying to creep. Also a little creeper is EYPT. EYPT, guys, trying to creep its way on up. Please do not forget about EYPT. EYPT, I'm going to say this again, did come out with positive phase 2 drug results that reached its endpoints. If EYPT can start spiking, I would say, and break $21, I think it's going to get halted to the upside. You guys can see we went on a massive rip to $35. And every single day on EYPT, we have been building slightly higher lows. Okay? So everyone watch this play here. You guys can see we are building slightly higher lows over on EYPT. And let me bring up the news at this moment so we can kind of start fresh here. All right? Because a lot of people, right, are asking me, Dek, why would you even want to look at this play? Right? Because I get it. When you take a look over on EYPT at this moment, you're in a 1 minute time frame, you're saying, Dek, why in the world would we ever want to watch EYPT? I'll show you exactly why. So on Monday, we started seeing that EYPT, we scroll on back here, came on out with this press release. It says EYPT announces positive top-line data from its phase 2 Davio 2 trial and AMD achieving all primary and secondary endpoints. That's incredible. That's an incredible press release to have positive data, achieving endpoints. I absolutely love that. So with a press release this strong, we can see that it goes on very big spikes and rips. We could see it goes from $6 and spikes all the way up to $35. As it came back on down, you guys can see we basically have just been moving sideways, 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 sideways. Well, as we move sideways, we are actually building slightly higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And I think maybe by the time of, maybe 11 o'clock or so, we actually squeeze and pop on up and actually get another rip back up towards like $30 plus. I can't stress it enough. EYPT is a back burner play that if we start breaking 21, you may want to hammer down on some shares and see if that thing can be able to produce for you. ALT, guys, still ripping here. ALT, I have a feeling this one's going to break 875. I feel like ALT is going to break 875, run up a little bit higher. Guys, also NVDA. Keep your eyes peeled on NVDA. NVDA right now, traders. Is that a quick little lower shadow? Could this possibly be the little drop? And let's see if this thing can spike its way on up. Taking a look over on the SPY. SPY has a little bit of an ugly downtrend still. I don't see, look at this, guys. SPY, little bit of higher lows could be building here. NVDA, still watching this one here. Gonna give NVDA a few minutes. Might look for a possible squeeze pattern over here. See if that's gonna pop itself on up. EYPT slowly creeping, traders. Keep that one on your back burner over on EYPT. There is a chance that it's a fake out breakout. Like it just goes up to $21, then dumps. That could easily happen. I've seen it happen before. But EYPT right now, if it starts, gaining any sort of volume and attention, a break of probably the old highs, things can start getting a little bit ridiculous over there. I want to put EYPT up on the top level too. What is that mean resistance line, Dek, that we're kind of looking to break above? 2080. Start again above that 2080 mark, things can start spiking. So I'd keep it on watch here. See if EYPT can maybe start getting a little bit of that momentum. So watch that, guys, for that 2080-ish break. See if things are going to start, spiking. Break of $21. Could be a very quick trade. NVDA, guys, little heads on up over on NVDA. This play trying to stay alive at this moment. You can see it's trying to stay above its pre-market highs. It's trying to stay above its pre-market high area. NVDA has been on one big downtrend, not like any sort of super fast move. Also, there wasn't any sort of movement at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, we really didn't see any sort of big spike, big rip, big run. We didn't really see anything huge at 10 o'clock. Little side note, 455 is the 50-day moving average over on NVDA. NVDA traders trying to get a little bit of a rip right now. S&P 500 trying to get a little bit of a bounce play. NVDA team is trying to get above its purple line. Above that purple line, spike back up to the VWAP if you guys are interested on that play. Is there anything that I'm blatantly missing, guys? Just a little heads on up. I just want to see SVFD, head and shoulders pattern. Shoulder, head, watch for a pop and then a sell-off. I just want to see if there's anything that is, absolutely crazy in any way. ALT, I think, what did ALT come up to? 840? I don't know. ALT is holding its gains pretty well right now. If I'm taking a look over on ALT, it's still holding its gains pretty well. ALT traders, AGGR. Just want to see if there's anything kind of slipping through the cracks. MLGO is starting to come right back on down. PAVM. Nope. All right here, traders. Right now, we're absolutely fine. We're not missing anything. We're up in the green. Every trader should be green right now, right? So UPC still watching this play. Getting ready to rock and roll. ALT still watching. Traders, you know what? A little sign out right here when we're waiting for a little bit more action. Tomorrow, guys. I'm not tomorrow. Excuse me. Saturday. I have enrolled into my first ever, a little bit out of my comfort zone, first ever poker tournament. So it is a $3,000 buy-in. First ever poker tournament. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go spend $3K. I'll win, I don't know, on the conservative side, $60,000. And then I could just do that as well every single weekend. So I can trade during the day. I can win like $60,000 every single weekend. Because the thing that a lot of people don't realize about poker is that if you always have aces, you'll win 90% of the time. So that's kind of the thing that a lot of people overlook in poker is that if you just, wait until you have aces and you'll win every time. So, it's going to be a really exciting time. You guys will probably see me on, the World Series of Poker. And, they're just going to call me, good old AC. I'm just going to sit there and throw everything back until I have aces. And if it doesn't happen, then I'm just going to go out like a coward and just throw away my blinds. But I'm going to sit there every single day until I have aces. And everyone's going to know. Everyone's going to know, oh, that kid doesn't play unless he has aces. And they're going to say that. And they're going to say, yeah, don't go against him if he goes all in. He only plays when he has aces. But a little bit of doubt saying, no, he's had aces the last 9 times in a row. He can't have it again. Then they go all in. Boom, I have aces again. That's all it's going to be. I'm going to sit there, and I'm going to spend $3,000 just playing on blinds until aces come. And then I'm going all in. And then you know what? I'm going to sit there all again until I have aces. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to win $1 bajillion Yes, guys, you heard that right. With a BJ, bajillion dollars. Are you guys excited? I'll let you guys know how it goes. CHSN, keeping this one on watch. CHSN, keeping this one on watch. EYPT still slowly creeping. CHSN, a little bit of hype. EYPT, our creeper guys. SVFD. Is the market doing anything right now? Did we nail the best move on the market? Here comes NVDA, a little bit of a pop on up. NVDA is going to have a lot of resistance back up near around 460. Guys, remember how 460 was kind of tough to go underneath? It's going to be the same exact thing kind of getting above it. If you guys do want to look for a very quick scalp, you can look for a quick scalp like right up towards around that 459 mark and then a little drop right back on down. So if you guys want to look for a very quick scalp, it basically get filled right around 459 and then or 459.90 right next to 460 and then again a drop right back on down. So I do think you'll get a quick little pop up to 460, a little bit of a fade if you guys are interested on it. Right now, I'm not seeing anything I'm absolutely head over heels in love with. Little heads on up. GDHG just came on out with a halt on the downside. GDHG. Did that come out with any sort of really bad news here? Let's see. GDHG. Nope, no sort of bad news. Just a big sell-off right there out of nowhere. Kind of just waiting and watching. I want to see the NVDA make a little bit more of a move here. SVFD, is that still going? SVFD, guys, SVFD is in such a big head and shoulders pattern right now. That's what I want you guys to understand. That SVFD, very big head and shoulders pattern at this moment. And that is going to most likely lead towards more weakness if you guys are interested on shorts. So can you guys see the comparison from left shoulder to head to right shoulder to sell off? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, sell off. You guys can see left shoulder, head, right shoulder, up towards around 650. Then it should sell on off towards around 530. So if you guys are interested on that, you could do some shorts coming on up as you get up towards the shoulder. Shoulder area is right up here. SMTC creeping its way on up. EYPT still keeping that on the back burner. Come on, we want one. I'm waiting for a little bit more hype here, traders. I want a little bit more hype. I want a little bit more excitement. I want a little bit more movement. S&P 500. I know that's not like the perfect wedge, but I just want to see what happens. Kind of seems like we have a lot of bottom support. There comes the NVDA. A little bit of that squeeze on up as I talked about. I want to take a mental trade here. Mental trade. If I jumped in on this, would I be successful? Right now, it's a little bit higher than what I'd want. I'd be a little bit nervous. There's 460. Little pullback. Let's see if this thing is going to rip here. Guys, S&P 500. Is this thing going to try to rip on up? Can we start getting a little bit of action? Right now, it is basically just a small little candle. NVDA. Next, again, put contract would be near the high. I wouldn't say exactly at the high, but I would definitely say near the high if this one wants to keep on going. I want to see if EYPT can get that big-time breakout for us. So let's see if we can get it. Kiri, I'll DM me. And I'll talk to you about, more streaming. Absolutely, Kerry. And I'll go over all those questions, of course, next Wednesday. Go over absolutely everything for you. Little heads on up. We are starting to get a little bit of a spike back on up. Maybe getting ready for another put contract as we get near the highs. We got NVDA. How high would this get up towards? 462.50. I would say it's going to get on up towards around 461.60. Put contracts, again, go for a quick little put. I would say right up next to this old upper shadow. That's at the price of 461.75. Getting ready for a possible order up near around 461.75 for a quick little touch. Pull back on down and just make a quick little profit. So I definitely like this for like 461.50 plus. 461.50 plus for a quick little entry if we can get it. So can we get a quick little 461.50? We do have the S&P 500. S&P 500 guys going on a rip. Look at this. S&P 500 going on a nice little pop. That's going right on up towards around its high. If it breaks through the high, then things can start getting pretty exciting. But look at this, guys, at the moment. We do have the S&P 500. Just had this nice little wedge pattern just squeezed out of it. Can we see the S&P 500 keep on going? Let's put the SPY up on the top level 2 at this moment. Keep your eyes peeled over on EYPT, guys. Do not forget that. So EYPT, do not forget that. And right now, actually, guys, take a look. S&P 500 is starting to run. S&P 500 trying to make a move here. NVDA, I want to see if this one can try to make some sort of move. Back on up above 461 plus. High of the day is right next to 462. NVDA, a little bit of a red candle. It's not even like it's getting that big of a move though yet. What's Tesla doing? Tesla, again, Tesla's not really moving that much, guys. I need to see like dollar rips to really make some big profits. I want to see dollar rips, dollar climbs, dollar activity, right? That's what I want to see. I don't want to see, 80-cent moves. I want to see $8 moves. I apologize, guys. As you guys know, I'm kind of fighting a little bit of a cold right now. So I'm just trying to stay alert, stay ready, do the best I can. I want to see if EYPT, guys, EYPT is right there. EYPT still has that potential to go crazy, as we talked about. EYPT still has that potential. So EYPT, still watching to see if that thing can squeeze, be able to really make us like our nice big breakout type of profit today. AAGR, no. ZVSA, big spike, big dump. It's still watching. Just want to see if anything's going to come on up that I absolutely love. And right now, the answer is no. The S&P 500, guys, starting to take on off, though. Look at this, S&P 500, new high. Look at that S&P 500 starting to squeeze. Guys, that's pretty nice. NVDA still hasn't gotten that, big time rip. If the S&P 500 keeps on pushing, NVDA should push. If the S&P 500 keeps on pushing, NVDA should push. I'm going back over to calls, 12 contracts, market order, and we want to be probably at what, 460? Yeah, 460. Put ourselves slightly in the money. Give us a little pullback real quick, NVDA. Give us a little pullback back down to like 460. I dare you. I dare you, NVDA. Give us a quick little pullback back on down towards like 460. Right now, the SPY's doing its thing. Right now, the SPY is going on a tear right now. I'm surprised we're not seeing more follow it. Tesla's finally getting a little bit of a pop. Is NVDA finally going to get that little rip and run? Because right now, the SPY is doing its thing. Looking for that climb, looking for that rip. Look at the SPY right now, team. All the way up towards, again, 468. And we are having NVDA finally starting to follow it here slightly. But the SPY going on a very nice climb. NVDA still just looking a little bit weaker. It's not like getting that big time pop, that big time shebang, even though it should right now, it looks like. S&P 500, very nice move. Daddy, I'm only kidding, buddy. I've played in tournaments before. I like playing poker. Poker's fun. It's like, I'm going to say poker, to be honest. It's probably 70% skill, 30% luck. There's always luck. Why is there luck? Depends on what cards you get. What cards your opponent gets. If you have kings and they have aces, there's nothing you can do. You're going all in. So don't talk to me like I'm some sort of donk visiting on the weekend. All right, Daddy? Sitting there splashing the pot. SPY still watching there. SPY, want to see if this thing is going to keep on going. Take a look at NVDA. NVDA, I want to see that quick little pullback. I still want that quick pullback, and then I think I'm going to give NVDA another chance just because of how well the SPY is doing. So can we get NVDA? Quick little lower shadow. Give us a quick little lower shadow down towards like 460. And I might just give it a chance here. Come on. Quick little lower shadow down to like 460. Because NVDA might be gearing up for a possible move. Might be gearing up for a possible climb. We got SVFD, no. AAMC. How's the EYPT? EYPT still slowly getting there. EYPT is just on the back burner, as we know. I'm going to put EYPT back up on the top level 2 here, traders. Because I don't want to miss that one if that one does start going crazy. EYPT. If that one starts going a little bit nuts, we definitely want to be ready for it. We just hit a new high right here over on EYPT. And I just feel like if that one does start going crazy, could be a potential little fake out breakout. But at the same time, if it does catch fire, this thing's going to run. If this thing catches fire, it could run big, run fast, go on that quick move. And I'm going to say the last like 2 days have been a little bit slower than the previous days. So the last 2 days have been a little bit slower. We haven't seen as much crazy hype. We haven't seen as much crazy momentum. I'm hoping maybe one of these like penny stock plays can kind of go nuts and bring back all that action for us. So GDHD, not too much. PUYI, nope. SVFD. I'm still debating, like, do I want to pull the trigger over on like NVDA? Do I want to jump in? Like, is it worth it? What do you guys think? Is trading options right now worth it? Am I getting a big enough move to overcome time decay? Am I getting a fast enough move? Are we seeing $2, $3, $4 rips and runs? What are you guys feeling on your end? Keep trading, sit on hands. What are you guys at? Because right now at this moment, I'm just kind of debating on, what do I want to do? Do I want to just take my $719? I know it's super early, but I don't want to just trade to throw it away. I know EYPT still has that potential I'm looking for that squeeze. SVFD. SVFD also still moving sideways. There's a chance that SVFD just randomly spikes all the way back on up. There's a chance that that one starts squeezing. SCRA is giving back a little bit too much. Still watching EYPT for that big time pop. We'll see if EYPT could ever pop itself on up. Go on some sort of big rip and run. We're hitting a few little highs right now over on EYPT. Remember, it needs to break its old high from yesterday. And here comes the EYPT trying to start, speeding the process on up here a little bit. Let's see if EYPT can make it happen. And remember, traders, go on back. 10-minute time frame. 10-minute time frame shows EYPT had this monster spike, gave everything back, and now it's been building higher lows the past few days. Building higher lows, building higher lows, building higher lows, building higher lows. Now we want to see, can we be able to get that rip and run? Building higher lows, monster spike. Best case scenario, we got all the way back up towards like $35. 10K buy order. 10K buy order right here on the level 2. You guys see that at the price of $20.73. RKDA. RKDA is an old spiker. I remember RKDA from like 2018. This thing I know used to have a couple big rips. I'm going to go back to like 2018, guys. I remember RKDA. I used to play this like back in college. And I wasn't in college in 2018. Here's a nice rip. 423. Here, this is what I'm talking about. 2018, I knew it. See, RKDA went on this monster climb. I knew that one. I finished college in 2016. But I knew RKDA was, I remember playing that one back in the day, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago now. Guys, NVDA going for that possible high. Is the SPY still moving on up? Let's take a look here. SPY got up to 458. Right now, NVDA is just moving pretty slow. It's definitely doing its thing. It's just very slow at this time, but it's doing its thing. It's just so slow. It's like little spike, little drop, little spike, little drop, little spike, little drop. I want to see a little bit more craziness. I want a little bit more of that hype. I want a little bit more of that excitement. I want a little bit more of that shebang. You know what I'm saying, traders? If we ain't got the shebang, we ain't got it. I want to start shebanging. Let's go over to, I want to check this on out. What's Bitcoin right now? 43,000. Bitcoin at 43,000. I'll tell you right now, guys, I definitely think we're going to get a nice pullback back down to like 32,000 when we do get that drop. That drop is most likely going to happen either right before the ETF or probably right after the ETF. I don't think we're going all the way up to 50. I don't think we're going back up to 60 right now. I think we will get a pullback back down into the 30s, and then that's when you want to load up on everything, okay? So as we already talked about, right, traders, I mean, look how green the cryptocurrency market is right now. The cryptocurrency market, like, everyone's getting paid. Look at it, so green across the board. We're seeing a lot of climbing, a lot of moves. I'll probably start getting involved in the cryptos that I want, as I stated. Probably coming on up at the end of the year, probably right at the start of the year. It's probably what I'm thinking about getting involved over on my cryptos that I want. EYPT traders, watch it. EYPT, watch this one, guys. EYPT. Let's see what can happen here. EYPT, is this going to start getting that spike? Is EYPT going to start getting a little crazy for us? We do have that 10-minute time frame. So EYPT, I like the potential a lot here. And I just want to see, is all of a sudden EYPT going to go bananas? So can it hold $21? That's like the next area. EYPT, guys, has been a slow creeper, has been doing its thing. I know 99% of groups are not realizing EYPT right now. There's like, 99% of people are not realizing that EYPT could turn into a huge supernova ripper. Okay? So please stay aware of that. Also, NVDA is getting a little bit of a double top right here. NVDA came right on up towards around its top. Probably going to have a couple little double tops here. NVDA, nice pullback from 462 back on down. EYPT, I just want to see like that big push of volume. Once we get that big push of volume, I'm going to start hammering down. If you guys are already in on EYPT, I like it. So if you guys are already in on EYPT, I like it a lot. As I stated, I think this one has a lot of potential for you guys to profit. Do I place my trades on E-Trade? Nope, I place them over on Lightspeed. So everything I do is on Lightspeed. So this is Lightspeed showing again, what I'm doing, what I'm getting myself involved in. And EYPT, I want to see that pop. Right now, it's just like the slow little creeper that's definitely making traders some money. Well, let's see if this one can kind of pick up the volume a little bit. Let's see if EYPT can start picking up the volume a little bit. Start seeing if this one can start spiking. See if EYPT, if you guys are in on that one. Very solid. Sully saying, first day here, Deck, you're amazing. I love you. I think you're amazing. I think you're incredible. But thank you so much. You're amazing. You're amazing. No, 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 no. And this is me right now with a cold. Imagine me healthy. It's like a difference. So EYPT, again, guys, this came out of positive phase 2 trials. Reaching endpoints. Ran up to $30 on Monday. Now it's starting to build itself back on up. I could imagine EYPT back up to $30, team. I really can. Let's see, NVDA. NVDA right now starting to get weaker. Guys, I'm not gonna trade the slow weakness. I'm really sorry. I'm not gonna trade the slow weakness right now. We basically have a top, we have a fade, we have a top, we have a fade, we have a top. You could, again, if you want to, do put contracts right now if you guys are interested on it. What I do like is the predictability. I do like how we had a nice dump. We broke from bearish to bullishness. We had a spike. We hit the top. Now we're starting to get a little bit of a dump again. So we are starting to see like this. This is the new trend line at this moment. A new trend line at this moment. New trend line at this time. S&P 500 still basically sitting right near its highs with a little bit of a bull flag pattern. So look at the S&P 500. Now S&P 500 right next to that 458 mark. See if that one can be able to squeeze and start breaking through that area. If that one starts squeezing, we start going through 458. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, does anyone here think we're going to get to that new 52-week high? Does anyone think if we start going up to 458 plus, we start getting on up towards a brand new 52-week high? Guys, we are so close to a 52-week high, aren't we? Like the 52-week high, the highest the stock market we have has been this year is at 459.60. Right now we're at 458. We're only $1.60 away from a brand new 52-week high. NVDA right here, traders. Sitting on its trend line. Getting ready for that possible next rip and run. So right now we are still, again, staying smart, waiting on this play. NVDA about to hit a new high potentially. Or excuse me, the SPY about to hit a new high. LICN still has EYPT on our back burner. SPY right here, traders, still sitting on this one. Come on, SPY. I want to see if the SPY could really rip. See if the SPY could take on off. Got a lot of calls right now. Got a lot of bulls at this moment. A lot of bullishness at this time. NVDA gearing up for that possible move as well. NVDA still gearing up for that possible rip and run. Guys, SPY, new high of the day right now. SPY hitting some new highs. So everything is near its highs. Can the SPY be able to keep on going? NVDA deck, if you want to get a dip buy, where's the dip buy at? 461. Low 461 area would be the dip buy if you guys are interested on it. So if you guys want to get after NVDA, get in at the 461 to bounce off the purple line. So bounce off the purple line would be best case scenario for you guys. Bounce off the purple line, see it again, hold its gains, get the spike on up through 462. So SPY still watching. Can again the SPY be able to keep on going up even higher? Possible new high of the day here. New high of the day coming. New high of the day, guys. So SPY right now, still trying to do its thing at this moment. And that's still moving itself on up. Now NVDA, possibly trying to, get that little pop as well. And can NVDA start getting a little bit of the hype? Guys, look at this. NVDA going for a little bit of hype. SPY right now. I just want to see a little bit more action. I want to see a little bit more momentum. GDHG, guys, still falling. Come on, we're right there. EYPT, nope, that's still falling. RKDA. SVFD, guys, anyone thinking SVFD might go on a squeeze? I actually do think that could be coming on up here momentarily. If anyone's interested on that, SVFD, you break above 650 on SVFD, watch for a squeeze out of the #1 top gainer on the day. So SVFD, you start breaking through this 650 mark, watch for a new high, watch for a rip and run up towards a possible squeeze. So I just want everyone to be aware of a possible SVFD rip and run back up to $7 plus, possibly could get halted there. So SVFD starting to build a little bit of higher lows. Everyone turn your attention over to that play right now. Turn your attention over to SVFD. If you start breaking 650, watch for a squeeze on up, okay? I like how basically, traders, what do we have here? Everyone, this is a great lesson for you. We have a channel at this moment, okay? This is something that could change your life forever as a stock trader. we have a channel setup at this time. Now, with this channel setup, we have gone up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. This is the first time, though, that instead of coming all the way back on down, all the way back on down, all the way, we're starting to build some sort of higher low. And now building these higher lows and moving ourselves back up towards where we've been rejected 1, 2, 3, 4 times. When we do get back up to this area, if we break this red line, it's going to fly. With the higher low does indicate and tell us that this is going to be the 650 break coming on up. So we just want to always be ready. 650 break, watch for that thing to be able to take on off, go on that big time spike and move and rip. What's NVDA doing? NVDA still just trying to stay alive here. NVDA, we did have this big downtrend. Now NVDA basically setting itself up inside this little setup here. Guys, take a look over on NVDA at this time. A little bit of higher lows over on NVDA here. SVFD possibly coming here soon. So right here, this is a 1 minute chart, guys, over on SVFD. So you can see the 1 minute behind it. Guys, SVFD coming right on up towards around this high. Be careful on this. If we start breaking, you know, it's going to be a little bit crazy if we start breaking out. SVFD, here's the 650 touch. Let's see if we get it, guys. Let's see if we get it. Everyone just stay ready, stay alert. Guys, SVFD is going. SVFD, I'm giving it a chance here. I'm going to give this a chance and see if we can spike. If this one goes, I'm giving it a chance for a spike. If this one can go, we got a big upper shadow. It's definitely looking for it. It's definitely looking for it. Be ready to sell if this one cannot stay above 650. If this one cannot stay above 650, be ready to sell. So this one just had a big upper shadow. We did not get that monster breakout just yet, but let's see if it can happen. But notice, like, we are in on the right area. Fake out, breakout area. Traders, fake out, breakout. I'm getting out. I'm moving on. Look at that. Little fake out, breakout. That was the area. Look at it. That's where the biggest upper shadow was. Didn't ever get that big time spike that we wanted. So that is where the spike happened. That is where the spike was going to be. That is where the chance was for the rip and run, but it got rejected. So SVFD, what happened here? It came on up, built higher lows, got the spike, and then unfortunately, massive selling came on through after the spike. This is the biggest issue with buying breakouts sometimes. The fake out breakout. Fake out breakouts are the biggest issue with, of course, buying at resistance, is we are all looking for that spike. We're all looking for that high. But guess what? If all of a sudden people start dumping shares, our idea is we're trying to squeeze them out of the shares. We had the perfect idea. The thing is, it just couldn't stay above 650. I did take a loss. I am currently down $400 on the day. Again, for me, $400 is something I can make back in a few seconds. But with that being stated here, traders, SVFD did not get the breakout I wanted it to. So fake out, breakout on SVFD right there. It had the setup, it had the rip, it popped up to 690. We needed more follow through. But what's the issue with today? The issue with today so far is we haven't had a ton of buying. You know, we haven't had a ton of buyers. We haven't had a ton of ripping and running, right? I need more buyers in this market. So let's see, NVDA. NVDA right now, traders, obviously getting a lot of good momentum. I like NVDA right here, getting a lot of good momentum, getting a lot of good hype. Let's see if NVDA, 463 right here. NVDA traders, nice little move. How much higher can NVDA go? Well, NVDA is on a nice little rip right now. NVDA is on a nice little climb at this moment. Trying to be watching these the best I can. I like how NVDA is spiking on up deck. How high can NVDA get up towards? Taking a look at some old spiking high areas over on NVDA. Let's just take a look at where's strong resistance. NVDA is probably going to get up to 460, 460. If we take a look, guys, look at this. Bounce play, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. 460, 460 would be kind of like the main goal over on NVDA at this point. So NVDA, 464 plus is the goal over on NVDA. So I like how we have a little bit more hype, have a little bit more volume coming on through. Let's see if the SPY can get back above that 458 mark. The SPY right now, traders, is building higher lows. Here comes a little bit of a pullback. Let's see. A little bit of a pullback. Let's see if NVDA gets a little bit of a pullback, and then we spike on up towards around some highs. NVDA still going here. NVDA still going. That was a little disappointing over on SVFD. Is guys, SVFD, no way if this one goes right now. SVFD, is this one about to happen right here? Traders, stay alert over on SVFD. Is this going to be another fake out breakout? Is SVFD about to fake out breakout twice in a row? Everyone watch SVFD right here. Is this one about to fake out breakout twice in a row? Came on up to 680. Oh my goodness, traders, second time in a row it's getting a fake out breakout for traders. Let's see. I feel like for this one to get halted, it needs to kind of like get back above 680 and start going on a big time spike now. I don't know if I want to get involved on that one at this moment. EYPT. Guys, EYPT, that's another play that unfortunately, I'm just giving everyone the fair share heads up. EYPT is another play that unfortunately could turn into a fake out breakout. If this starts breaking $21, I'm going to give it a chance. Now, why am I going to give this a chance? Because I do know that this one has been the one that I've been waiting on, and I know it can make me some money. Now, with that being stated, if EYPT, guys, starts dumping, there is the chance of the fake out breakout. Nailing one of these plays could lead towards a massive profit. One of these plays can lead to the massive run that everyone wants to see. So to me, it's always worth giving them a chance because I know, again, there is the possibility of this one going on that spike and that rip and that run. So I always like to, again, be aware of it. But EYPT right here, traders, this is a play that could get that little fake out breakout potential. Can this one spike its way on up? Guys, EYPT starting to try to get that hype. And can EYPT start kind of stealing the show here a little bit? Come on, EYPT. Stay above 2107. I want to see if EYPT can start breaking some highs. If EYPT can start going on some sort of rip and run. Because this one has the perfect setup. Positive phase 2 data. EYPT looking for that rip. Guys, I just bought in on 1,000 shares over on EYPT. So 1,000 shares over on EYPT to see if EYPT is going to be able to get that spike and break. Deck, where would your stop loss be? Stop loss on this play is going to be if it goes underneath probably 2090. Underneath 2090, I'd 100% get out. I'm only doing 1,000 shares, so worst case scenario is I lose $300. Worst case scenario is I lose $300. But, you know, we have EYPT set on up, ready to go. We have NVDA at this time, still trying to get a little bit of hype. I want to see if all of a sudden EYPT can get that rip. AMD up 6%, might get a little reversal soon. AMD is getting a nice little pull. You know, AMD is getting a nice little pull right here. Guys, EYPT, still, again, not doing what I really wanted to. Just going to cut my loss right here and just get out on EYPT. Traders, I'm just not seeing any follow through right now in these breakouts. Guys, unfortunately, penny stocks, I'm not going to be trading any more penny stocks today. I'm not seeing any follow through. Traders, that's all it is, and I'm just being open, honest. Now, if you're saying, Deck, how much are you down today? I'm down $600. Now, as again, when I'm trading with a $200,000 account, I'm down $600. We can make that back in a second. You know what I mean? We can make that back in 2 seconds here. For me, my stock trading is I'm always willing to put myself in a position. I'm always willing to put myself in on a play that has the potential to go on a monster spike, go on a monster rip, go on a monster run. I want to at least give it a chance because that's how I've been able to make my biggest gains. My biggest gains have all come from saying, all right, I'm going to give this a chance. And then it turns out being correct. If I'm in the wrong, I lose $600. So let me ask you guys, if you are saying to yourself, Deck, I want my biggest gain ever. I want a $5,000 day. I want a $10,000 day. I want a $20,000 day. Okay, But for you to have a $20,000 day, you have to have the ability, and you have to be able to say to yourself, I might end up losing 500. Would anyone here take the risk of losing $500 to have a $20,000 return? For me, I'm always going to take that risk. If someone says you can make $20,000 on this trade, worst case scenario, you end up down on the day $600. I'm going to give it a chance. I gave SVFD a chance to break on out. Unfortunately, it didn't. I gave EYPT a chance to break on out. Unfortunately, it didn't. I've learned my lesson. Take a step back. Easy as that. But I'm always going to give these plays a chance. There's no way I'm going to not jump in on a play that has potential to go crazy. So AMD here, traders. AMD still pushing, and so is NVDA. NVDA still has room to run up towards 465. So NVDA, guys, still trying to go on a rip and a run. Spike and a climb. 1043 in the markets at this moment here, team. And traders, I'm going to be honest with you. At this moment, I already know what I'm going to do. I already know what's going to happen. Penny stocks at this moment are not getting the spikes that I want. If I'm not getting spikes I want, I'm going to stare at this, stare at the screen, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be basically tempted to jump in on EYPT again, tempted to jump in on NVDA again, tempted to put myself in on a play that I don't see any follow through. And then on top of that, NVDA, this play is a little bit slower for me. So traders, I am going to do something that I usually don't do, but I am going to bring over my broker here, and I am going to exit out of this thing. Exit out, boom. I'm calling it for myself here, traders. I don't want to all of a sudden be down $2,000 by the end of the day. I don't want to be down $2,000. I don't want to be down $5,000. I don't want to be down $10,000 if I'm not feeling it. Yesterday, again, same exact thing. I don't see enough volume. If there's no volume, there's no action. If there's no action, there's no money. If there's no money, then what the heck am I doing here? So the thing is, I want to be able to teach you guys when to attack, and I also want you guys to be able to know when to stay disciplined. I know if I keep trading, I'm going to lose on time decay and theta over on my options. And if I keep on trying to force EYPT or these other plays, I'm going to end up losing my money. So why would I do that? I'm going to take right now a less than 0.1%. I'm taking less than 0.1% on my, again, trading account. Or like a 0.2% on my trading account. It's nothing. I would rather get hit by crumbs. I'd rather have someone walk up and pinch me than someone come up and hit me in my face. So what am I doing, getting involved at NVDA when I know time decay is going to hurt me? Not for me. What am I doing getting involved over on SVFD right here where I see that every time we had a little fake out breakout? Just not for me. So, traders, I am personally turning it off. I am personally going to take a little bit of time here to just say, hey, you know what? Not for me. And that's the beautiful thing about stock trading. Beautiful thing about day trading, beautiful thing about stock trading, being your own boss, is that if you see that things aren't working out, don't put yourself in positions just to lose. So that's where I'm at today, guys. As you guys also know, I am still fighting off this cold a little bit. So I kind of just want to, kind of get back to, 100% health so that we're all set, ready to go. And, kind of go from there. But does anyone have any sort of questions, comments, or concerns? Any sort of questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. Happy to help. Kelsey, Deck, what's considered enough volume? To me, it kind of comes down to a little bit of a feeling on enough volume. So what I want to see, okay, what I want to see is when I want a lot of volume, I want a level 2 going nuts, okay? Take a look right here. I'm just going to get rid of this real quick. Take a look at EYPT. Is there any orders going through? With no volume, there's no orders. If there's no orders, there's no action. If there's no action, you can't make any money. So EYPT, unfortunately, I love the stock pattern. I love the pattern on EYPT, but there's just not enough volume right now to actually be able to see a breakout. Same exact thing, SVFD. SVFD, this play, decent volume, a little bit more. I like looking at the level 2, and we could say to ourselves, is there enough hype to break through 650? And the answer is no, there's not. Basically, you need to see a penny stock moving as quick as, the S&P 500. And even the S&P 500 isn't, super fast right now, but you can see there's a lot more orders going through the S&P 500 right now. There's a lot more hype. There's a lot more activity. So right now, if it's between penny stocks and blue chips right now have the lead. Blue chips have a lot more action. Blue chips do have more activity. Now, but at the same time, these plays here, there's been a decent little rip and run. I'm just not a huge fan when I'm seeing, where basically I'm trying to find, like, what I mean by this is, take a look here. Take a look from here, this period, to this period. Okay? So let's go from this time of 10:10 to this time of 10:35. From this time from 10:10 to 10:35, about a 25-minute span right here, we went from 460 and we got up towards around we actually went from 460.50 up towards around 462. Now that's a decent move, about a dollar move, $1.50 here. But with that being said, at over 30 minutes, your time decay is going to be so strong that even if, let's say, you average usually make $1,500, you're probably only going to make about $600. So the big issue on this is that a lot of these stocks here, they aren't moving super fast. The only way that we can actually make massive money on NVDA or these trades is nailing the morning spike, nailing this spike, or nailing this spike. If you, again, get caught up in consolidation, time decay is going to click away. So right here is NVDA solid. NVDA at this moment is solid. It's just that I just don't have much trust in it at this moment. I feel like I'm going to jump in. It's going to, consolidate on me. And if I'm just not 100% confident, I'm not going to pull the trigger on these. So it comes on down to EYPT. I still love the pattern. Hopefully you can get volume. SVFD just doesn't have the hype to be able to get that thing to break on out. And I do think NVDA has one of the best chances to be able to produce profit, but I just think that a lot of it is going to be slow and steady towards the upside. And that's what I'm just, I'm not willing to go down 2-3 grand today for nothing. Jonathan, Starbucks got wrecked. Let's see here. Starbucks got wrecked. Starbucks, 107 down to 96. I mean, it's not getting wrecked today, but it definitely has fallen over the last few months or the last month straight. So absolutely. I mean, Starbucks, I do think it's an awesome dip buy back on down towards around $95. So do I think Starbucks is a good solid play, back on down towards 95? Best thing to do is go back to like a weekly time frame. And you can actually see, $95 is solid, but you can actually see it's been way lower, $82. So I'd probably actually stay away from it unless you're just doing like a weekly trade or something along those areas. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for cutting it a little bit early today. I do just want to kind of rest up, feel a little bit better. And with that being stated, be able to come back tomorrow strong, ready to rock and roll with a little bit more hype, with a little bit more action, and with a little bit more momentum. But traders, I do want to say thank you so much for everyone who has joined us on this absolutely fantastic morning. I know it's a little bit early, but at the same time, I just don't want to throw away money. I'm not seeing anything I like, and I know that if there's nothing good, I'm just going to walk away. Traders, one of the best things about being your own boss, one of the best things about being a stock trader is you're willing to close that computer and enjoy your entire day waiting for you. So, as always, if you need anything, please email dekmartrades@gmail.com. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined us on this day. Awesome job, awesome work. And let's wait for a little bit more volume. Let's wait for a little bit more action, and then we'll get after it. All right, stay smart, stay disciplined, and let's stay ready to rock and roll. Great job, team. An awesome morning trade today. You guys did fantastic. Great job, great work. Ah, woo! Woo!
$79. Let's say $879.
Here's the break.
Let's get the 390
Hold it, hold it.
Hold it. We're doing our thing all the way back on down. Let's take our money as we again take this profit. Carry on 4 contracts left. And again, we made $991.
Let's go.
Everything we did there was absolutely perfect. Does anyone have any questions on that? Is anyone confused on anything we did on that? Now I'm starting to put together a little bit of a game plan, and I'm starting to understand what I really want out of this stuff.
$2,000 in profit for myself.
We got the nice red candle. We're looking for the momentum to be able to take it on down. With
$399.74, baby. Here we go, baby. Oh!
Well, now we're up $365. Let's just again take a little bit of gains right here. Boom, baby. Nice job right there on that trade. Up currently right now $760. Notice we had this little lower shadow. Now we're starting to bounce our way back on up. The first order getting filled. Currently filled right here. Jack, why was this falling at this area? Like, what did you see here? So let me actually break this on down and let's understand what was happening on this play. So what I was looking for is essentially